Namaste, I'm Archana Pambi. Welcome back to my channel. This is the how-to for Sheetali or Sheetkari Pranayama. Now, both these pranayamas are cooling techniques. So they bring in cool air into the body. And I will show you how it is done. So there are two variations. One, because some of them can't do the first one right. So starting with the practice, before that, find a place that is comfortable. Both these practices are best done in a place where there is not much of polluted air. I'll tell you why, because we are going to be breathing in through the mouth. So the natural filtration that happens through the cilia in the nostrils is not there. So it is generally not recommended to do it in a very polluted environment. I'm sitting among my plants right in the morning, so it's the best place for me. Find, even in your room, it's absolutely fine. So find that comfortable place and don't be in a polluted area. That's the most important thing that I would like to tell about this pranayama. The second thing is find a comfortable position. We have to keep our spine straight. So I am sitting on a cushion. So feel free to sit with your back against the wall so that your spine remains straight, or on a cushion like I am sitting, and in any comfortable leg or position. It could be cross-legged, it could be Padmasana, it could even be Vajrasana if you are comfortable with that. So I am sitting with a variation of Swastikasana, my left heel pushing into the thigh of the opposite leg and the other feet pressing into the shin of the opposite leg. So this is partial Swastikasana, and of course the full is where you are tucking in both the feet and sitting this way. So I find this more comfortable, helps me keep my back straight as well. Now Sheetali. Sheetali is known as the cooling breath. Sheetkari is known as the hissing breath. Now Sheetali is done by rolling up the tongue like a tube, and you are breathing through the tongue instead of the nostril. This is how it looks like. So essentially what you're doing is you're rolling up the tongue, forming a tube kind of a thing where you're breathing air through it, and you breathe out normally. So you don't have to open your mouth and breathe in. It's your normal exhalation through the nose. Now because you're taking through the tongue, through closed it is generally cold air that goes in, and that is what we are trying to do here. It's a cooling breath. So again, let's try this for a couple more times. You just roll up the tongue, inhale through the tongue, retract the tongue and exhale. 4 more times. Last time, inhale through the tongue, as you can see, I haven't mastered this technique. By the time I inhale, my tongue is no longer rolled up, but essentially the art is to inhale through the rolled tongue, so it kind of cools the air, and you will feel the cooling air going through if you're doing it right. Now for some reason some people can't roll the tongue, so the variation is through the teeth. So essentially you press the teeth, keep it open, and you inhale through the teeth, and then you exhale normally. Inhale through the teeth, exhale. Now this is known as Sheetkari, also known as the hissing breath. Now both these techniques are cooling, and like I mentioned, definitely not recommended for those people who have any respiratory issues, and one of the things that this does is because it is taking in cool air, it is going to reduce the amount of heat that is required for the lower part of the body, which means that your abdomens and organs, they generally need hot air and hot energy for it to process. It's going to stall it to a certain extent. It's not going to stop it, it's just going to feed in less energy, and so it will impact those who already have problems with digestion or excretion, such as constipation. If you're having any of those problems, please don't practice this. You would rather benefit by practicing heating practices like Ujjayi or Kapalabhati when you have issues like constipation and all. And this being a cooling practice, you don't want to be practicing in a cool or a winter area. Practice when there is summers, and you can always practice this even before going to bed. It is a tranquilizing practice. And one of the other things that this pranayama really helps is it helps in controlling hunger and thirst. Again, the reason is cool air going in, less energy to the abdominal area, so you don't find that much of an hunger or a thirst. So whenever you're feeling hungry or thirsty and you want to distract yourself into doing something else which you're already doing, so then feel free to use Shitali and Shitkari breath. So we'll practice this one more time. Again, you start the practice with 5 to 10 rounds and repeat it thrice, and you can slowly increase it as required. And like we did with Nadi Shodhana, you can also practice Antara Kumbhaka. So after you inhale, hold the breath for as long as you're comfortable, and then you exhale normally through the nostril. So we'll do this now. Shitali, rolling up the tongue. Once you finish few rounds, just inhale, exhale, normalizing your breath. And relax. So I did Shitali, now Shitkari through the teeth. So that was Shitali and Shitkari. So cooling and hissing breath, generally for cooling down the body in hot temperatures, and the normal beautiful practice of pranayama. Hope you like this. Please share your feedback and suggestions in the comments. Namaste.